Muy buenas a todos, aquí Adolfo Ruiz Calleja con Payton Linderman. Payton es probablemente la persona más inusual de las que me he encontrado en Estados Unidos en este viaje y aquí en Nueva York. Payton es muy joven, tiene 22 años y se ha hecho un hueco enorme en la numismática estadounidense y yo diría que incluso internacional. Cuando digo un hueco enorme es que todo el mundo le conoce, desde las personas coleccionistas que acaban de empezar aquí en Nueva York y demás, hasta gente súper asentada y comerciantes muy importantes. Todos conocen a Payton. Y eso que es tan joven y que ha empezado hace muy poco a comerciar y de una manera muy original. Esto no es lo que nos va a contar en la entrevista. Eso sí, Payton pues no habla castellano, entonces vamos a hacer la entrevista en inglés y como siempre que hago una entrevista en inglés, aparecen los subtítulos. So, Payton, thanks to be with us.
I'm happy to be here. This is exciting.
So, first of all, when did you start with the numismatics? Because, I mean, like, you are very young. You cannot have so much experience.
So when I was 3 years old, my grandfather figured out that my thumbs had to use, and he put me to work helping him out in his workshop, putting coins into the holders and flips. And from there on, I went to my first ever coin expo when I was 8 years old, turning 9, and I bought my first ever ancient coin with money I had earned from household chores. And from then on, I just figured I was a dealer, even though I sold probably 4 whole coins in that first year.
How old were you when you were dealing with these gold coins?
9 years old.
9 years old, okay.
So it was really, really slow but steady growth. I mean, you know, I built up a little small collection. I had 2 trays, 3 trays of coins when I was 13, 14 years old. Then I got into a couple other deals. And then I was my freshman year of high school. I was in 9th grade. And the COVID shut down everything. They sent us all home from school. And we went to this whole internet learning basis, which I did not enjoy very much. But I had all this extra time. I couldn't go hang out with my friends or anything. So I had this hobby I spent a lot of time with anyway, and I just got more and more into it. Instagram, I had an account for a couple of years on there already. So I just started doing live sales on there. I did one sale every week. I think it was Wednesday I did them on. And from there, I started to build an actual clientele. And, you know, being home from school, I had all this time to work through inventory I had. I knew people locally, luckily, because I'd been around for a while, that would help supply me with material. And we slowly turned into what we've got going on today, so.
All right, this is an amazing story. How old were you in this COVID time?
I think I was 14 and a half or 15, right in that range. I couldn't drive yet. So I had a lot of help from my mom, my family, who would take me to go pick up.
So you were 15?
Yes, sir.
You were locked at home, and instead of spending your time playing video games or something, then you say, okay, let's build a business.
That's basically it, yeah.
That's absolutely amazing, and as I said, this is something really unusual. I've never heard of anybody like that, nor in numismatics, nor in any other topic. So congratulations in this sense.
I appreciate that.
Because also, you have to know that you sell basically in Instagram.
Yes, that's where our platform is, yeah.
Which is also a very unusual place to sell. Why don't you think that other dealers sell in Instagram? They don't sell in Instagram.
So there's several in the United States that do, but there's only a couple of us that actually do more so rare coins as their specialty. Part of it is there's a lot of scammers that show up on Instagram, people that try to fake the following, so it's really, really hard for new dealers to get a start on there because of reputation. My advantage, my leg up, was that I had an account within this community that started 6-8 years ago about in the earlier days, so being a name that's been around forever somehow, even though I was 12 years old or whatever when we had the Instagram account, it helped a lot.
Okay, so then you were 15, you started selling, everything grew. It kept growing until recently, until now. I mean, like, yeah, you are still growing.
Still growing from here. We're working on a
you
website.
Are in the New York Coin Show, and even the president of the EAPN knows you, and hangs around with you.
We know. I've met a lot of people.
And you also have a very unique. Everything is unique in you. So a very unique way of presenting yourself in Instagram, like always with a hat. and you know, with this kind of doing things funny in a funny way, but at the same time selling things. So, did you have any kind of classes, or did you go to any marketing course, or was it natural for you?
It was mostly natural, just learning. I mean, I've had several years to be jumping in and learning the hard way, rather than taking the classes, you know, for incorporating my business. Instead of learning how to do that beforehand, we just kind of jumped in and learned along the way, you know, learning the hard way, so to speak. And that's one way to learn, and luckily it's worked out. We haven't, you know, going through that, we haven't messed up too bad to where we would have had to shut down over something wrong. We figured it all out, going through it the hard way.
Okay, and now we were talking before that it's not that you are dealing with it alone like a freelance. You have a company.
Yes,
now it is a company.
Incorporated company and everything.
And how many people is working in the company?
So we have, let's see, 5 current employees that help with day-to-day operations, and then we've got some people that help with accounting and everything like that.
So during the COVID time, you were 15. You started working on it because you were bored, basically.
Pretty much.
4 years later, there is a company with 5 people working. Don't you think that this is really amazing? And
it's exciting.
And you're probably the most important example, or the more clear example of this new generation of dealers. But for what I've heard, you are not the only one.
No, there are several young dealers like me out there, which is exciting to see. People say this hobby is dying. They're entirely wrong, in my opinion. It's looking stronger than ever. There's a lot of young people that are interested.
Yeah, so then this COVID made a new generation of coin dealers to emerge.
Yes, I would say it enlightened several more people. It brought them out into the light.
And you have, I mean, like if you are 22, you can be dealing with coins for another 50, 60, 70 years.
Oh yeah, there's a saying, coin dealers don't retire, they die.
Yeah. So you will be dealing with coins basically the whole 21st century.
Yeah, that's the hope.
And it is a new generation that has just appeared. The question is, why did this generation appear in US and not in other countries?
I would accredit a lot of that to the strength of the US market. There was already a reasonable abundance of collectors within the United States. There were already established communities on social media. And when you have people already talking amongst themselves before such an event as the shutdowns and COVID, it helps to give something for people to where they can grow into. So like for me, I was already part of this silver stacking community on Instagram. And by knowing all these people on there, it helped me to have like a, so to speak, a boost in growing my business because there were already potential clients to help us grow. We also have I'm really proud of the United States Postal Service. It helps shipping and everything. I mean, it just makes it really easy. You can ship something across the country in 3 days pretty darn consistently. So our infrastructure has helped with that a lot as far as just the e-commerce platform. So
probably also the tax system?
The tax system, so there are unfortunately very few young numismatists that have the tax structure set up right. It was quite a fight to get ours set up, but I personally am not too familiar with other countries' tax systems, but we were able to work it out to where my company could grow mostly unhindered through my pre-18 years.
And did you have any barrier for being so young? I mean, in Spain, young people always complain. I mean, and when I say young people, it's people under 30. They always complain that when they are collectors and they go to a coin show, if they ask for a coin that is, let's say, more than 100, 200 euros, like the dealers do not even want to show it to them. Yeah. So it happened to me.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. In America, anyone can be rich. I've met people, they'll dress like they're homeless and you find out they live in a $3 million home. There's that, I mean, that's everywhere. So there's that mindset to begin with in America where people are a little more open to surprises like that. And on top of that, my grandfather being around in the business forever, I was a familiar face to begin with. I mean, I've been in it, people knew me when I was 3 or 4 feet tall running around, so they've been familiar with me. They know my family, which helps too. And so that helped a lot in most aspects. And then when you know someone, you're more likely to be introduced to other people on good terms. And that helps a ton too. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And that goes a long way.
Okay. So, yeah, this is all I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you want to add any other thing.
Well,
for example, you can say what is your Instagram so then people can follow you.
So my Instagram is Classic Kid Coins, all spelled out. It'll be a Bigfoot logo with a gold chain. It's quite exciting. And we do live sales every Wednesday and Saturday evening that start typically around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We also are on a couple other platforms. We're working on a website. Our new name, soon to be released, we're working on a website. It's going to be Bigfoot Coins and Bullion, so we're excited for that to be coming out soon.
Is it possible to do the bids in the auction before the auction? I mean, because at 8 p.m. Eastern Time will be like, I don't know, 5 to 6 in the morning or 4 in the morning in Europe.
Rough.
So it will be like...
Yet. Once we have the website established, which should be in the next couple of months, there will be a much more streamlined platform for concepts like that, the pre-bidding and just being able to buy products from the website. So, yeah.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you. This was awesome.
and yeah, I'm still really shocked about this coin. So, coin classic kid coin. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you very much. This was a blast.
Ya. Espero que os haya gustado la entrevista. Y bueno, yo también a ver si me hago con un sombrero como este, porque me va a gustar. ¡Hasta pronto!